Investing Bros, welcome. I am confused this morning. Today is overwhelming. There's a lot of news. There's a very important headline that I'm still trying to get my head around, and we're going to discover it together. It looks like Coinbase is discontinuing support for Bitcoin. That statement seems to be true, and I'm very confused about that, and we're going to continue to investigate. Chat, bros, I'm relying on you as much as anyone else for the clarity here. We're gonna look into this, and I have the facts. We're gonna read the facts. We're gonna read the tweet from the support manager, from the product manager over at Coinbase, and we're gonna try to get to the bottom of this. There's some other news too. Chiefly among the news is that Bitcoin moving up and to the right, testing new highs for 2024. In fact, let's go ahead and check and see. There may be a new. Looks like we did get a new high here for 2024, ladies and gentlemen. That is 52,990. Could you get any closer to 53? Very, very close indeed. We're just knocking on the, man, I might even say that's 53. That wick looked like it's in 53. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go down to the 30-minute chart here and see what we can't scoop on out. Yeah, 53. Looks like we had a very brief wick into 53. I'm not going to try to call it here on Investing Bros, but it looks like it to me. All right, let's keep moving here. Ethereum looking pretty good. This is just kind of an out-of-the-blue Tuesday morning pump here before market open. So it's nice. It's nice to see. Let's look at the bubbles here. Wasn't planning on looking at the bubbles, but because of this pump, I'm really curious about what we might be seeing here with the altcoins. Because, of course, as Bitcoin pumps, does not necessarily mean that the altcoins are going to pump, but it does look like decidedly green here for the 1 through 100 coin market cap list here. Filecoin seems to be stealing the show here, up 15.6. That is pretty darn good. HBAR up 7.8. And you're not seeing a ton more coins that are in the double digits. There's really only two. There's one behind me. That's SC. Maybe some of you know a little bit more about that. XRP not having too bad of a day here, up 2.7. And Arweave continues the pump higher, right? 7.7% for Arweave, man. That is really, really good. The graph getting a bit of a pullback. Paith getting a little bit of a pullback. So is WorldCoin. All right, so that's going to be a decently comprehensive summary there of what we're seeing in the altcoins. Let's go back over to the ETH chart and see we are getting pushed out of these upper Bollinger Bands here. Well, let's get out of the 30-minute. Go to the 4 hour. We're not trying to scalp trade here on the 9 a.m. stream. We're trying to get to the truth of what the heck is going on over at Coinbase. But you know, the markets are popping off right now, so we got to get to the bottom of that as well. Let's get a nice big thick candle here on the 4 hour. Let's see how over. Yeah, we are getting into that first reversal wave here from ALGO, getting close to that take profit recommendation at 3,000. Man, getting close to some exciting price action. If we can push through that, that would be very, very bullish. I have a feeling that we're going to see more of a rejection. You know, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Ooh, we are right at the premium zone halfway point there. So this is a major support. This is major resistance we're pushing into from Ethereum here, just under 3,000. It looks like we did go ahead and wick into 3,000 there for ETH. Similarly to with Bitcoin getting into 53,000. So here's what I was thinking, guys. This last night and this morning, when I was looking at the charts, because when I was looking at the charts earlier this morning, Bitcoin was not this high. It was like right around in here. It was still trying to fight for that Bollinger Band. So take a look at this. I was thinking Bitcoin would come down and come test a little higher, but not get a candle body to print fully above the midline. We'd get a wick down, and then we would finally see some capitulation. But it looks like buyers' appetite is stronger than ever here just above 52.4. So the buyers are saying, "Hey, no, we're gonna push this baby higher." And it looks like Bitcoin also in the premium zone here on the 4 hour from ALGO. Let's take a look at the oscillators here. And again, guys, you've tuned in because what the heck is going on with Coinbase? We're going to get to that in just a second. Money flow here on the 4 hour for Bitcoin moving in the wrong direction, but the actual hyperwave itself is moving in the right direction. Let's take a look at it on the daily chart. The daily chart, I think, tells a bit of a different story. I also had some TA done on AVAX I wanted to show you guys. AVAX looks to be a bit underbought, in my opinion. I don't know that I'll have time to get into it because I'm trying to cover a bunch of different breaking bits of information here at the same time. Yeah. So overall, let's see. The matrix here is showing, the oscillator matrix here from ALGO showing that it's sustaining an overbought status on the daily, and the money flow is starting to plateau, if not come down slightly, ever so slightly it would be. So Bitcoin, defying metrics. We talked about it yesterday on the 3 p.m. show. It's not that indicators become useless. They absolutely do not become useless, right? What they become is you have to adjust your thinking for the bull market. You have to assume that things that would be bearish in a neutral or bear market are actually not necessarily bearish. You have to ignore basically you're ignoring overbought indications, or have a bias towards being overly critical, trusting less indicators that are saying overbought. Trying to put it into as many words as I can there so that we can understand. All right, well, the prices are moving up. Whether they're a test higher before a move lower, we will find out. Of course, the daily candle has not closed, but right now it is exploring to the upside, not the downside. So that's nice to see. And it looks to me like Ethereum got a bit above 3,000 and Bitcoin got up to 53,000. So very bullish morning here on Tuesday, despite some of the headlines. So let's go ahead and get into them. Coinbase Commerce ditches support for Bitcoin payments using self-custody wallets. Now, self-custody is very important for your crypto. You're definitely going to want to use self-custody as much and whenever as you can. To further enhance your digital security, you're going to want to use NordVPN, and you can get a special 63% discount. Right now, when you click the link in our description, use NordVPN to get ahead of any kind of cyber criminals or any cyber hacks that are trying to target you and your digital infrastructure, whether it be your mobile device or your desktop or any servers you may operate. Get NordVPN. It's gonna help you stay safer. It's gonna detect malware. And right now you can get a steep discount. And look, guys, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose because you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can get to the bottom of making sure that your digital devices are extremely safe, and you can do that with NordVPN, link in the description. Back to the article here, and we're trying to investigate why Coinbase Commerce is ditching support for Bitcoin payments using self-custody wallets. So let's take a look. Let's take a listen here. We do not have a clip. I'm sorry if I misled you with that. Usually I lead in, let's take a look, like let's take a listen into a clip. But this is Lauren Dowling. She is the crypto payments at Coinbase. That's not a title. She's the product manager over at Coinbase, and she's posted. I'm not going to read all this because the article does a decent job of summarizing it. But she's posted this long 14-thread. 11 thread message here on X explaining why Coinbase Commerce has discontinued or has ditching support for Bitcoin payments. Now there's a lot here. I wouldn't sell my stock. I'm not selling my Coinbase stock. I've thought about it. I'm going to continue to think about it, but as of right now, I'm not selling my Coinbase stock. This is not. There are some caveats here so far. We're going to get to those, but first let's continue to kind of circle the wagon and make sure we're getting all the facts. So this is Coinbase Commerce. Coinbase Commerce, slightly different from Coinbase that you and I use. Coinbase Commerce is making accepting crypto payments easier than ever, right? So their clients are going to be like a hot dog stand or Blockbuster Video. Why did I think of that example? Or Home Depot, or like obviously they're trying to make it so that you can use crypto at a vendor, whether it be online with Shopify or in person at Walmart. So that's what Coinbase Commerce is aiming to do, and it is distinct from the Coinbase that's in your pocket now on your iPhone, whatever, or your Android, whatever it is. If you click through to the link here and you look at their website, this is exactly what it is. Their commerce, a new standard for on-chain payments, right? The easy way to accept payments from around the world, instant settlement, low fees, broad asset support, all built on top of our on-chain payment protocol. On what chain? On Ethereum. On-chain payment protocol. So this is kind of what it looks like. It looks like a bank statement almost, or transaction bay. So merchants. This is merchant facing. Okay. Just want to clearly establish that. I may have beaten it over the head here. Let's read the article. Coinbase Commerce, the cryptocurrency payment solution of the U.S.-based exchange, Coinbase, maybe you've heard of it, has removed support for Bitcoin payments using self-custody wallets. Brian Armstrong reacts. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Exchange, clarified it maintains support for payments from UTXO-based chains from Coinbase accounts. Okay, so that is not very much distinction, but my interpretation of this here is that Coinbase, the one in your pocket, the one that you and I use, you're still going to be able to maintain support for payments from UTXO-based coins. And Bitcoin is only one of them, right? However, Commerce will focus on supporting ERC20 tokens on layer 2 protocols like Base and Polygon. So we're already getting an immense amount of clarification from just that paragraph. I want to turn to the chat and see how you guys are digesting this, because genuinely, I mean, I'm in less than 30 minutes into understanding the full situation here. I think I've got probably an 80% grasp of what's going on, but I do want to see in the chat if anybody has read or understands this to be differently. But to summarize it so far, is Coinbase Commerce, they're going after merchants, right? Home Depot, Shopify, Amazon. They're saying, hey, we want to be your custodian. We want to help you process crypto payments. And why not? We're going to take a fee. We're going to make money. That's probably great. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I'm not selling Coinbase stock, because at the end of the day, I'm in it to make money. And it's not clear to me that this isn't going to help them make money. What is clear to me is that they're kind of turning their back on Bitcoin, which I don't like. It seems like they're giving up on UTXO coins for the sake of ease and convenience of ERC20 tokens. I kind of get it from an operations standpoint. I don't get it from a decentralization and standing for decentralization and crypto standpoint, especially Bitcoin. So let's read some comments here from the chat. Let's see. Alex Green said, this bad news seems to be the reason for a pullback, as the charts say 3K would be a psychological resistance anyway. Always need a narrative. What's up, Alex Green? Been a little while since we've chatted. We got to catch up soon. I hope you're doing really, really well with your cute little British accent. All right, moving on here. Blackie Chan said, if you can, send ETH on the Base network. It's not so bad, but if you're stuck using ERC20, it's going to be rough. Okay. Let's see. Kevin Husman 24 said, sounds to me like they are just not accepting $100 bills and making you break it into small payment types. So okay, maybe that's not what I'm reading yet at all. Maybe that's something that's clarified later in the article. But I have read the whole article. I don't remember anything like that. But thank you so much, Kevin Husman 24 for your input there. Basically saying, they're ending support, but only for a certain quantity of funds. So I can't confirm that, but that is an interesting addition. Let's see. Drew XRP said millions of dollars worth of XRP has been sent for 1 cent. Okay. That's good to know. Alex Green again said, I ditched my XRP. Okay. I ditched my XRP at 80 cents as it was sideways. Just wanted to take profits on it. Okay. So appreciate it. Let's see. What other takes there are here. Drew P saying, yeah, I commented on the last video, I don't buy ETH or ETH tokens because I'm not paying the fees. I refuse to use the ATM with $3 fee. Also, this is one of the main reasons we want crypto 1% or less. Okay, so keep letting me know. I'm seeing kind of a little bit of a different mindset, different approach from what I'm having in the chat. So this is great. We want to get diversity of thought in tackling this headline. Continue to let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking about this. Oh, Drew XRP saying nothing burger. I like it. Could be a nothing burger. I mean, there is a chance this is a nothing burger. It's just, another step away from decentralization and, just kind of a turning the back on Bitcoin for commercial payments over at Coinbase. But okay, we have a couple of different directions we could go from here, but let's keep reading this article. Coinbase Commerce removes self-custody Bitcoin payments, embraces layer 2 solutions. So this gets into a bit of the why. And again, this article is going to be a summary of Lauren Dowling's commentary here and of why they did this. But honestly, in my opinion, you guys can go read this. It's linked in our Discord under Newswire. But I think the article does a better summary. Coinbase Commerce has ditched Bitcoin payments from self-custody wallets due to difficulties these present for Coinbase's processes. So it's an operational advantage for Coinbase. Probably cheaper, probably more reliable. The measure, which extends to other UTXO-based chains like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Dogecoin, marks a pivot in Coinbase's vision of payments. Lauren Dowling, product lead for Coinbase Commerce, explained this change derived from implementing a new system that uses Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM, and smart contracts to address a series of inefficiencies in its payment stack. These include asset volatility, solving incorrect payment amounts, and limited support for cryptocurrency assets. Okay. Dowling detailed that this new system, which supports several assets across EVM chains and Layer 2 solutions like Base and Polygon, automatically converts payments received on whichever currency to USDC, a dollar-pegged stablecoin, to ensure a guaranteed exchange rate for merchants. Okay, so here's where it starts to become a little bit more clarifying. Coinbase Commerce is entering into contracts with merchants. And what they want here, it seems, is they want that automatic convertibility into stable coins, into something that's pegged to the dollar. This makes sense from a sales standpoint. If I'm Coinbase Commerce and I'm going to Home Depot and I'm saying, hey, let's get a big juicy contract. You're going to make a commish. I'm going to make a commish. Let's make crypto usable to buy lumber at Home Depot, right? The Home Depot rep's going to be like, okay, yeah, let me go talk to my people. I'll come back. They come back. The hesitation is, I don't like this because if we get Bitcoin, right, by the end of the day that the store manager is able to send the Bitcoin to Central for it to be sold for dollars, by then, Bitcoin could have corrected 30%. So then the Coinbase rep is like, okay, fair enough. And they have this conversation again and again and again with rep over rep over rep. And then they're like, well, we can't do this. This isn't going to be a scalable business. We're not going to be able to help American merchants, global merchants, take crypto, right? Because they're worried about volatility in the asset price, in the underlying currency price. So they're like, okay, well, we have to only use coins that are immediately convertible into USDC. Okay, so that seems to be kind of their argument here. But it's almost like, why would you wave the white flag here, technically, when you could just bear the cost of what it's going to be to build an automatic Bitcoin convertibility system into this solution? Now, to me, that makes sense. But a developer of these types of software might hear that and say, T-Shroom, you have no idea what you're talking about. That would be so difficult, and that could potentially be the case. Let's read on. Delivering these same capabilities on Bitcoin blockchain without smart contracts and stablecoins was challenging. That's not very convincing. And we therefore made the difficult decision to remove native Bitcoin and other UTXO projects, UTXO support. So that is not convincing, right? That's exactly what I just said. Like, try harder. Like, I understand the problem. If I'm Home Depot and I want to accept crypto, right, but I don't want to hold Bitcoin for more than an hour or more than a minute, I kind of get that from a sales hesitation standpoint. It's going to be hard to scale Coinbase Commerce. I get that. But this is crypto. Like, we're using the most advanced technology, payments technology that exists. Why can't you automatically convert Bitcoin for your clients if what they want is a stable coin, which I get at the end of the day. They're a business. They don't want a lot of volatility, right, in their accounts receivable from their clients, from their customers. So this is interesting. My question here, the resounding question in my opinion, is why not try harder? Why not partner with Lightning Network? I don't know. Maybe there's some explanation here. Let's keep reading. Nonetheless, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong clarified that customers could still make payments using UTXO-based assets from Coinbase accounts, okay, distinct from Coinbase Commerce accounts, given that these payments occur off-chain and are free and instant. Dowling also remarked that the exchange is open to offering new ways of exchanging users' experience, including the implementation of Lightning Network, Bitcoin's scaling layer, and Solana as payment rails, okay? However, Armstrong clarified that the exchange will focus on including Layer 2 solutions as part of its payment stack. We believe paying with crypto is going to primarily happen on Layer 2 in the future And we want to make that happen. Okay, so I want to click through to this link and see where he, okay, so this is a tweet from Brian Armstrong where he is clarifying all of this. And he's saying this. Let's see if we can find a keyword. Happen. Okay. So here's where he's saying this. We believe paying with crypto is going to primarily happen on layer 2. That's big, right? I mean, Coinbase is big. Coinbase is very influential in crypto, and the leader of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, who knows infinitely more about developing and operating in this space than I do, seems to be making a pretty big executive decision for the biggest influencer in crypto, one of them, Coinbase. And he's saying that the future of payments is going to be layer 2s. Okay, there you go. That seems to be somewhat monumental in my opinion. Now, I'm going to return to the chat. We're going to see what they're saying because, again, I think this takes a village to unpack this type of breaking news. We've got other news we're going to be taking a look at here in just a second, but I want to return to the chat and see what is cooking in here. Let's see. Kevin Hoosman, again, chiming in. Caspa is related to the exchange side, as article is talking about purchasing on the commerce side, like doing a credit card transaction, if I am understanding it properly. Perhaps. I don't, yeah. Bringing the Caspa variable into this stew of consideration, I don't know how useful that is, but that is a somewhat interesting point. Alex Green said they want to make sure big money is backed up. It just future profits and protect Coinbase in the future. That's what it seems to me. This seems to be like a very corporate move to make things more profitable and easier. But if I'm not mistaken, Coinbase is the one that has the whole like stand with crypto or stand with Coinbase or whatever it is. Like, I thought that, I get that they're profit seeking. I totally support profit seeking. However, I thought that we also have this secondary, Coinbase has a secondary motivation to promote decentralization, and Bitcoin is the biggest name in decentralization. So I'm a little befuddled here. I'm a little confused. Robert Cosson said, I'm T-Shroom. We're all T-Shroom. I like it. Jay said, Kevin Huseman said, I don't think Coinbase is the same as Coinbase. It's not. Yeah, I've clarified that. If I haven't made that clear, Coinbase is over here, the one that you have in your pocket, right? Coinbase Pro. And then there's Coinbase Commerce over here. And these are the ones, this is the one that is making the change here, ending support for Bitcoin, self-custody, right? So it's interesting. They're two different entities. Obviously, they're under the same company, Coinbase. Coinbase, at the end of the day, is making profits on both. They own, control, and benefit from both. Drew XRP said, the only person that gets my gold is your mom. Okay. I'm not sure I understand that. Seems to be an inappropriate comment, but it's not clear to me that it is. Blackie Chan said, Layer 2 has been a giant narrative this run. Scalability is key to mass adoption. All right. There you go. And then Stupid Singh said, show us that 45 caliber Mr. T starter kit. What? That is so far out of left field there. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. If you're enjoying this, which I got to be honest with you, I don't know that I'm enjoying this. It's interesting, but I'm somewhat disappointed, right? But if you're liking the video, if you're liking the coverage, smash the like button. Thank you so much. If you're watching for the first time, consider subscribing. This is a very different from what our show usually is. Usually by now, I'm almost done. But we've got a lot to get through here, and I've been trying to collaborate with you all to uncover what the heck is going on over at Coinbase. All right, well, let's keep moving here because there's been a big M&A movement. Potential Capital One, not crypto news, by the way. Capital One to acquire Discover Financial Services for $35.3 billion, all-stock deal. If this were to go through, this would definitely consolidate credit cards into, more closer to a monopoly, closer to an oligopoly. Not going to go into too much detail there because I kind of don't care, but it is very big. It's very important if you have stock in either of those companies. My guess is the Capital One stock goes down and Discover stock goes up. There you go. Let's keep moving here. SBF prison photo, first photo of SBF in jail. There he is. Man, that's not where I want to end up, right? Said every crypto bro ever, thinking when they see this, could that perhaps be the reason why we're seeing it, so that we can think that. Follow the law, pay your taxes. Keep moving. Filecoin rockets after Filecoin integrates with Solana. This one's pretty big. We saw Filecoin having a nice pop yesterday. By leveraging Filecoin's decentralized storage capabilities, Solana can achieve data redundancy, scalability, and enhanced security while staying true to decentralized ethos. Solana is utilizing Filecoin to make its block history more accessible and usable for infrastructure providers, explorers, indexers, and anyone needing historical access. There you go. So similarly to how Render and H&T, the Helium network, kind of synced up with Solana, now we're seeing Filecoin sync up with Solana. Could Solana be gaining quite a bit of momentum here? I think it is. I think it absolutely is here. So there you go. Let's take a look here. We've got a big collab coming up today. Sin City going to be on the show, the 3 p.m. show here. Very excited to be collaborating with them. Obviously, we are big fans of Sin City Crypto, and we're going to be collaborating with them today. So very exciting. A couple more stories here. We're almost done. Bitcoin holdings on Coinbase dropped to 9-year low amid 1 billion withdrawal. So this has nothing to do, in my opinion, this has nothing to do with the story that we've been covering at the front end of the show. This is just bullish, right? A 9-year low of money on the exchange is bullish, because that means that folks who own Bitcoin, who own digital assets, they have very little intent on selling them, right? So if you're new to crypto, you might think, oh, people are taking their money off exchange. That's bad. No, not if it's in crypto and they're taking it off to put it in a cold wallet and self-custody, right? Why? Because then that is showing to the market that there are less sellers. There's less folks who want to sell right now, right? Because you've put money in your cold wallet, it's going to take time to get it out and put it back on exchange. There you go. Learn something new in crypto every day. So let's go back to the bubbles. Filecoin doing very well, 15% up this morning, continuing that bullish streak on this very big news of its integration with Solana. We attempted to get to the bottom of this story here, where Coinbase could be pivoting here in a big way that could alter the history of cryptocurrency. I'm sure that there will be much deliberation today in the crypto sphere as folks try to figure out what the heck is going on here. It's a good day to have Sin City on. Maybe we'll be able to, kind of get to the bottom of it by putting our big crypto brains together and trying to figure this one out, because it's strange. It's strange. Now, I did see something in chat that is coming back to mind, that this could be a nothing burger, right? Maybe Coinbase Commerce doesn't need to accept Bitcoin, right? Maybe that's going to be the way that this goes. And just, there's been a growing consensus, right, that Bitcoin may not be the main means of exchange, but is rather the store of value. This story with Coinbase Commerce does seem to be a pretty big positive movement in that narrative, right, that backs that thesis, that backs that claim, basically saying, hey, like we're so confident in layer 2 being layer 2 from Ethereum being the payment solution for the future, that we're not even going to try to integrate Bitcoin. We're going to ditch support for Bitcoin payments using self-custody wallets. That seems to be the way that the cookie's crumbling here, folks. And Brian Armstrong is making it happen, and he's defending this, right? So it's all happening at once, and so it's very judgeable. It's a very point the finger at, like the thumbnail for this video. It's very easy to point the finger and say, whoa, what the heck is going on here? And I think that we should ask that question, right? Ending support for Bitcoin is not something that you see very often in headlines. So it's confusing. I think we've gotten some clarity here. I still would say that there's probably a 5 to 10%, bit of information that is still missing me as to what is actually going on here. So let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments, and tune in today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we'll be continuing to try to figure out what the heck is going on over in the brain of the folks at Coinbase. As I'm speaking here, Bitcoin and Ethereum going ahead and retracing some of those gains from earlier this morning. Let's drill into the 1 hour before we sign off here. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. As you are kind of signing off, make sure that you have smashed that like button. Bitcoin did not get back above this high here that we wicked into at just, it looked like just into 53,000 per coin. It rejected off that and has made a pretty big, almost the same size candle. That wick has eclipsed the size of the previous 1 hour candle, and but came short of coming back and testing that midline of the Bollinger Band on the 1 hour. This obviously is going to be continued to be monitored here by the Investing Bros. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Sin City, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to be there. Get your popcorn, get your soda. Actually, not soda. Get your sports drink or water so that you can stay hydrated. And we will see you there. If you're trading, keep your stop losses tight, bros.
Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots, stack bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits, worthy of praise. Tim, the professor of the TA. Shout it out loud on the PA. T-Shrooms news, got the word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividend. Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots, stack bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros.